First, I want to make sure that if you watched this video and you thought that this is about either homeless in particular or immigrants in particular, you are definitely wrong. The video is about homeless and it is about immigrants. However, it is the bigger concept and the bigger message is really, it is about you. It's about us as a society that somehow draws its compassion from pity rather than from respect for something like hard work. And this is why I picked homeless and immigrants to feature in this video, because I feel like that's a great example of how we, at least most of us, unfortunately react to such different triggers for our compassion. Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, you know, you can't just go after all homeless and say they're all lazy and that's why they don't work, because a lot of them are either mentally impaired or physically impaired or both, and that plus a lot of other unfortunate circumstances have really put them in that situation where it is unfortunate, but that is the best they can do. And I would agree with you. I understand it is a problem, it is there, and it is very unfortunate. But those are not the homeless people I'm talking about. As you can see in my video, I'm featuring, and I've met everybody there personally, all immigrants and all homeless people in my video are real. All of this footage is real. I met them all personally, and all the homeless people that I have met, as you can see, they're very much capable of working. They are mentally sound. I had a conversation with them. They obviously are physically fit enough to perform some sort of work. They're all white, they're all Americans, they all speak perfect English. So I'm talking about those people. I'm talking about those people who still get the pity, they get the compassion from people passing by and giving them money. And as I stood there for a while and watched people give them money, I would say, if I had to estimate, some of them make $20 to $30 to $40 an hour. And I don't think they're filing 1099 forms, so all of this is tax-free. And I don't need to tell you guys that it is way more than people who work very hard make on a daily basis. And yes, I am saying that those types of homeless people are fucking lazy, and somehow they're still getting the pity from a lot of us, from a lot of people in our society. And yet, now switch topics to immigrants, you know, people who come here without all of those things that these homeless people enjoy by default: speaking perfect English, having permission to work, understanding culture, having all this, qualifying for all these benefits from government. Without any of this, these immigrants come in, work their asses off, sacrifice so much, and yet the reaction of most people is very different to immigrants. You know, I think people look down more on people, you know, sitting in a Home Depot parking lot, you know, waiting for somebody to give them work for the day, than people look at a homeless guy standing there with a sign making $20, $30 an hour cash. And it is very unfortunate, and that's what the video is about. I think it's not only unjust, but it is very unfortunate that we as a society sort of almost promote and continue to encourage this type of the lifestyle from people who really should get jobs and work hard for their money rather than beg on corners. As you've seen in my videos, they're perfectly capable of getting definitely minimum wage jobs, flipping burgers at McDonald's, and earning money that way. So next time you see a homeless person and you want to help with money, maybe you should pass them by, and maybe you should drive to the next corner where someone's selling strawberries that they work so hard for and buy a box from them. Please reward those who are hardworking rather than those who are lazy. You are encouraging them. You are part of the problem if you're doing that. So I hope next time you have a few bucks to spare, you gave it to the person who actually deserved it. Deserved your money and your compassion.